Hello and welcome to Mobility Mastery Monday. I'm Alicia and this is the place to be if you want to lose the pain, lose your fear of pain, learn to trust your body, and do what you love for life. If you are not in pain, then choosing a bodywork practitioner is simple. Pick somebody or a type of work that you love or like a lot, and that's pretty much it. But if you are in pain and you want help getting out of pain, you can't expect to just pick anyone off the internet or a website and expect to get a good result. Have you ever had the incredibly frustrating experience of going to one massage therapist or chiropractor after another and not getting a result? Well, I want to help take the pain out of finding the right practitioner for you. First, consider this. Most manual or massage therapists aren't necessarily trained to get people out of pain or find the root cause of pain. They're trained to give a massage. So just to make that distinction for you, it's something that will set apart the people you want to look for and the people you want to just automatically eliminate from even trying to see. So I would automatically rule out your run-of-the-mill generic massage business that just takes people out of massage school who know Swedish massage or deep tissue, and that's their generic offering. It's not to say that they're not probably good at what they do, they might be, but they're probably not trained to get people out of pain. So instead, I would take to Google or maybe Facebook, poll your friends, but look for somebody who actually is bold enough to make the claim that they help people get out of pain. Then your work begins weeding through those people to find the ones who probably can't help you and the ones who can. So after this initial search, I want you to be cautiously optimistic about people who claim they do sports massage or myofascial massage or any number of other modalities, because they might very well be able to help you, but those classifications sometimes are just a modality that they've learned and it's an upgrade that they might charge you more for, but it does not necessarily mean they're going to help you get out of pain. So let's assume that you're maybe looking through a bunch of modalities or practitioners that might include people who do Alexander technique, Feldenkrais, myofascial massage, ART, Rolfing, Rossiter, any number of techniques that address the body and pain. Now I want to help you with some questions that you can ask these professionals to make sure you're going to get the best possible result. So the number one question I would ask is, how does your work address the root cause of pain? Their answer is going to tell you a lot about whether or not you want to try them out or rule them out and move on to the next person. So number one, do they sound confident in giving you the answer that they give you, or does it sound like they're giving you kind of a generic answer that they give everyone, and maybe suggesting that everybody should try their work no matter what they're going through? One of the best markers you could find in someone when you ask this question that would tell you you can probably trust them to help you is if they tell you that where the pain is not the problem, and they're going to look for the root cause. Conversely, if they tell you that they're going to go to what's hurting, I would be very wary and maybe even run the other direction. And what I mean by this is, let's say you have back pain of any kind, low back pain, mid back pain, or upper back pain, and you're talking to someone and you ask this question. If their answer includes telling you that they're going to go into your back and relax those muscles or help them chill out or really dig into them, I would definitely run the other direction. A lot of the time you're going to get better for maybe 12 hours or a couple days, but then the pain's usually going to come back, and sometimes it can come back a lot worse. If, on the other hand, they tell you that they're going to look elsewhere, so if you have back pain and they're going to look, let's say, in your legs, or maybe even for a shoulder imbalance, but not going to your back, then this is probably someone who is going to be able to help you, or at least give you a pretty good result. And the same goes for really pain anywhere in the body. So if you have foot pain or shoulder pain or carpal tunnel, something like that, if their answer includes telling you that they're going to look elsewhere, big thumbs up. If their answer includes telling you, oh, if you have foot pain, they're going to go into your feet and help your feet relax, I would probably move on to the next person. So the second question I would ask is, can you help me figure out the habits or lifestyle patterns I have that might be causing this pain? This is a super important part of the process of figuring out what's causing your pain and how to stop it from coming back. So even if they can give you a pretty good result while you're in their office, if they don't help you figure out what's causing it at home, then chances are it's probably going to come back. Now, keep in mind that most manual therapists or massage therapists are probably seeing you in a spa-like atmosphere and you're face down on a table, not really talking, or if you are, it's probably not, that much of a back and forth conversation, and they're not getting to observe how you walk, how you sit, how you move. So if you are seeing someone who uses their hands, like a massage therapist, then I would definitely, while on the phone with them, interviewing them, ask them if they do any kind of pre or post massage test or assessment to figure out what's actually going on in your body aside from physically what's showing up. What are the habits that might be causing it? Maybe walking patterns or sitting patterns or something like that. Now, the third question I would ask is, do you do any kind of muscle inhibition or weakness testing? Now, this isn't in the wheelhouse of most manual or massage therapists, so even so, I would actually still ask them this question because their answer is going to tell you a lot. If they flounder when you ask this question and can't give you an answer that tells them they even know about this as an important part of figuring out pain and what's causing it, I would move on. Conversely, even though they can't necessarily do these tests, if they at least know about this part of pain and pain relief or figuring out the root cause of pain, then I give them a big thumbs up, because they might actually be able to help you figure this out, even if it's not in their wheelhouse, and refer you to someone in their network who can help you, maybe a personal trainer or a chiropractor. And speaking of chiropractors, a lot of chiropractors do know muscle and nerve activation testing, so they might be a good person to seek out for that specifically. However, it's been my experience that a lot of these chiropractors, and I'm talking from personal experience here, having gone to them, are brilliant at those tests. But when asked, why is it inhibited and how can I get it firing again, they don't necessarily have the answer. So you definitely want to seek out that information, but also know how to get it uninhibited if, let's say, you have a glute not fire or something like that, and how to get it firing. And that's maybe going to be more in the wheelhouse of a personal trainer. And finally, last but not least, last question I would ask is, do you work with fascia? And if so, what is your approach? If you're in pain, I highly, highly recommend finding someone who does work with fascia. However, not everyone who says they work with fascia can do it really well. So I want to help you find someone who does it well. Keep in mind that somebody who, let's say, went through myofascial massage training in massage school, and that would include me. When I was in massage school, I was trained in myofascial massage. It does not mean they know how to get you out of pain. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're good at that type of massage and are actually releasing your fascia. So here are a few key points to look for when talking to someone about fascial release or myofascial massage. Okay, typically someone who works with fascia will use pinning or compression and movement to stretch or release the fascia out. They do this, usually a manual therapist will do this by actually not using oil or cream. They might use a little bit of, let's say, cocoa butter, but some won't use anything at all. And that would actually be, I would give those people the big thumbs up, because when it comes to manual therapy or massage therapy, if you're going to work with fascia, the best way to actually create change is skin on skin, which allows for kind of a grippy stickiness, and then it's going to drag across those fascial layers and actually create change. If someone is sliding all over you because they've oiled you up, it is not going to affect your fascia. The absolute best types of manual or bodywork practices that address fascia involve a powerful form of compression, so something compressing a big piece of fascia, and then movement on the part of the client. So if you find someone who's actually asking you to move through a range of motion while they are pinning you, whether it's with their hands or their feet, then you've found someone who's probably going to help you a lot. Okay, so those are the main questions that I would ask that are going to get you a lot of info that's going to help you pick the best person for you. And I have a bonus tip, because honestly I think this is actually something that's often overlooked, but it's probably the most important thing, and that is pick someone you trust. If you're talking to someone and your gut is kind of telling you that maybe they're not the right person for you, or you don't like them very much, or they rub you the wrong way, even if they seem super intelligent and know what they're talking about, I would not choose this person, because it's really important when you're in pain and you're looking for help to go to somebody that you trust. All right, let's wrap this up and actually go back and just give you the bullet points. So the number one thing I would do is avoid generic massage chains or generic massage therapists who don't specialize in pain relief. Look for those practitioners who are actually bold enough to make the claim that they do help people get out of pain and stay out of pain. And then really important interview questions to ask. I would call these practitioners before going to see them and ask them these questions. Number one is, how do you address pain at its source, or how does their approach find the root cause of pain? Second question is, can you help me find the habits or lifestyle patterns that might be causing my pain? The third question is, do you test for muscle inhibition or muscle weakness? And the fourth is, do you work with fascia, and if so, what is your approach? And then the bonus, of course, was pick someone you trust. And that's a wrap on how to choose the right practitioner for you. I want to invite all of you out there, if you have a practitioner you love who meets these standards for quality of care, give them a shout out. I would love to celebrate them with you. If you've learned something from this post, please feel free to comment here on YouTube or the blog. And if you want exclusive updates emailed directly to you, if you want weekly episodes emailed to your inbox, subscribe on mobilitymastery.com, subscribe here on YouTube, and if you like this post, then please like and share it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you're learning to trust your body so you can adventure through life with confidence. Until next time, get curious, get moving, and be unstoppable.